Good evening. Welcome to the Fortnightly report. Today our special guest, the 111. Welcome to the show, fellas.
How's it going?
What's going on?
How are you, Jake?
Glad to have you here.
Fucking no.
So I got some questions. Where are you guys from? Where you originate from? What area are you from?
I grew up when I was young, around Eastwood area.
Yeah.
I went to Eastwood Primary School. A lot of Chinese, a lot of Koreans there. Because my mum's Chinese, so when she migrated, that was just a natural instinct to move to a high Chinese population and that.
Yeah.
So I grew up there, yeah.
And what was it like growing up around there?
I was really dumb, hey, because everyone's really smart at school. So I was just I was a bit of a dropkick, hey. Yeah, I thought I was a bit special.
Yeah.
But,
School didn't work out for you?
School, I was in ESL even though English is my first language. I was in English as second language, so it didn't work out. But slowly I got smarter and that. But school definitely made me feel less,
Yeah, you're alienated?
Alienated, not clever, a bit dopey. I just liked art, I'd like to draw, I'd like to do that type of stuff. But, maths and English and all that type of stuff, I was just horrible at. So
Marty the Martian.
that was my younger years, yeah.
And what was your story of school? Did you go to school?
Nah, I wish. No, I went to, grew up in Ashfield, 2131, rep it.
Shout out Ashfield.
Yeah, massive Chinese community in Ashfield. I grew up in the back end towards Canterbury. And younger years, just growing up, riding skateboards, hanging out with the local dudes and shit. And went to a school maybe 10-15 minutes away from my house. Pretty chilled, having a good time.
Did you know each other at that age, or?
No fucking way.
I'm talking about 12, 13.
Yeah, I'm 14. Talking about young.
Yeah.
So what point did you two cross paths?
We met in a park, actually. We met in a park at an oval in Concord.
What's it called? Where you live?
Cabarita.
Yeah, Cabarita.
Yeah.
What's the actual fucking joint called, but?
Where the park was, Breakfast Point.
Yeah, Breakfast Point. Yeah. The middle of this oval. I was out on the piss with one of my best mates, Robbie.
But when you were 15, but
hell young. Yeah. Probably 14 at that point.
So and I got news from one of the birdies there, and I rode my BMX up.
So we got shit. Hold on. I was getting shit faced with a couple of mates, and a guy called Christian Ashbro, Robbie Ragul, Lily Cook, and someone else.
You don't need a name. You don't need a
yeah, no, fuck. So we're just getting shit faced at this oval.
Yeah.
And we had a Heineken keg, old school days. And we
you know the Heineken kegs? They got about 12 drinks in them.
8 litres or something.
Yeah, and you pour them out first, and it's just foam at the top.
Yeah, they're big rip. Novelty.
Yeah, big rip.
But as a kid, you would have think you were.
When you're 14, you're a king, bro.
I've got a keg.
So I was getting shit faced off that, and then this Asian dude rides in with this mohawk, riding a BMX bike through, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Marty." And I was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Is that the first words you said when you're seeing him?
No, he said, "Hey, I'm Marty." That was the first thing he ever said to me.
And you said, "What the fuck's going on?"
I still say that when I meet people. I say, "Hey, I'm Marty." That's pretty natural, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever met.
And you got along initially at first, or?
We didn't really...
Bit of tension?
It's a bit of a standoff.
Yeah.
I didn't like the look of his head.
Yeah. You weren't sure of each other?
He had a nice chin, had nice leverage on it. Yeah, it was alright. It was a good meeting.
So from there, were you guys already doing music, or you started doing music after?
I think Connor already rapped. Connor was really into Oz hip hop at the time. He started all that. I was more into your Chingies and Ludacris and your Pharrell Williams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't rap at that point. I just like to draw and sit in my room and just fucking, I don't know, just be alone and shit.
Beat off.
Yeah.
So what made you guys decide? All right, we're gonna form a group and we're gonna start making music.
I think Connor approached me and he's like, "Bro, heard you rap." This is later. This is maybe when we were 16, 17.
No, this is 17 at least.
17, and he's like, "Bro, I heard you rap," and I didn't rap, and I was like, "Yeah, I rap, yeah." So I lied to him, and then we formed it from there. But so Connor initiated it, and then...
Wait, I got the maddest story about this fucking party. All right, so...
It better not be a shit story.
We're at Lauren Ginter's party, and
Bro,
Harrison
why are you dropping names
yeah, mate, there's no fucking anything incorrectly about it.
Right.
So we're at Lauren Ginter's party, back in the day.
The address?
Wait.
West Ride.
Absolutely not. West Ride somewhere.
West Ride somewhere.
Just in that vicinity.
Top Ride, West Ride.
We used to play footy against each other, and the boys in Trinity pulled me over because Marty had a rap video when he was in year 8.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, my mate Goss used to rap. I saw last week, man. Shouts. And then they just literally like Harrison Orr and stuff. The dudes that we were mates with from his school brought me over to Martin and we're like, have a rap battle. And we're like, fuck yeah, like why not?
Yeah.
So we started spitting bars and shit, and then Marty started spitting bars, and it's like a fucking huge G up. At this point, like, there's like 150 people in this like nice, rich, white fucking house in like what is it called?
West Ride.
Yeah. And this fight breaks out, and then
while you're having this battle.
No, literally maybe 10, 15 minutes after.
Right. So you might have ignited this battle.
No, we were hanging out. We were straight chilling. But it was our two schools and there was Barker. And Barker was a co-ed school, which a chick went to.
Yeah.
And it was St. Pat's and Trinity.
And there's a girl.
Yeah, exactly. And then one of our mate's sisters, one of the Barker boys said some words to her and our mate just started punching on with the dude. It was like some super inappropriate shit. We won't do names about that stuff. And then this all-out brawl broke out between Trinity and St. Pat's versus Barker, and it was an all-in with about 150 people. And
how'd it go?
The theme was Nintendo. No. What was it? It was Mario. It was like Mario. So there was like Yoshi fighting like Mario, Luigi, Toad. Yeah. Everyone is suited out, and it's the biggest punch I've seen in my life.
Fucking hell.
There was 3 riot cars called. There was about 8 to 10 cop cars into this house.
I was safe, but I got out and like I just got in the car. And
So what sort of a violence did you see? Like what was taking place? Elbows, kicks to the head?
I saw
some specifics.
One of our mates at the time had 2 long legs in his hand and he was windmilling 2 long legs walking straight through the body.
That was just his technique.
Just anything.
Because of the costumes, or some people couldn't fight as well.
Mate, someone ate a mushroom and just started windmilling fucking bottles at that point. Alright, someone was punching on with a dad. Everything got shut down by riot cops. We all jumped fences. We were 16 at the time.
Yeah, we were the youngest boys there. Yeah.
That would have been funny as.
Yeah.
So that was probably the origin story.
Someone break a pumpkin on someone.
No. Jack O'Malley had a pumpkin. He was smoking through a pumpkin, and one of the Barker boys, like King, hit the pumpkin off his head, and as the pumpkin exploded off his head, he like knocked out like 2 people directly from pumpkin ejection. It was a monolithic fight.
Any turtles get thrown?
Absolutely.
So you started. So you decided, all right, we're going to rap together. We're going to fucking. At what point did you get in the studio together and actually make your first track? And like, what was the production behind it? Were you using other people's beats? Did you have a producer?
So 2012, 2013, Bill started Billboard at MPC 1000. Which is like, the beat pad, it's all analog, it's not even connected to the computer, but he'd just track his beats in.
Yeah.
Just like play them out. Just tap them out, loop them out, and chuck them. And we were using,
No.
we were using...
Not in Ableton.
No, we were using...
Logic.
No, we're using Adobe Audible or some shit. I don't know, like the real
like the
basic
simple
shit.
one, yeah.
But this one was young.
And he'd track out a beat. And every time he made a beat, I was like, this is the one, bro. We're going to be famous. Every time he made a beat, I was like, I thought like that was it, bro. That was just my attitude. I was fucking stupid.
And we made shit for years.
Yeah, but I thought it was the best. Whole time.
That's the main thing. If you've got production and you're feeling it, that's the motivation in the first place.
Yeah, so we go to Bill's house, we go in his garage and we buy like, $100 mic. And just have the setup and have a laptop and then just start recording tracks like that. And most of them were like real silly tracks, but
we got a 15.
I didn't think that was silly at the time. I was really not naive and
fuck you, bitch. I want to party. I want to snort cocaine with Paul McCartney. It was like our first hook that we had off like any of the fucking tracks.
Yeah.
And that's all like.
And then gangers form circles
around me to protect me with Schema, and it was fucked.
Yeah. So we used to like occasionally we'd go to Sky's house and we just go and just like show what we got. And then one time, funny story, Schemo rocked up. Yeah. And he's rocked up in all his polo gear.
Yeah. It's going on, lad.
Yeah, it's going on. It's going on. And he's like, and he had a a nice orange box cutter about this long.
Standard Schemo
that long. And I was fucking sweating and shaking. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he just can't just knock off work.
We're not trying to indict cunts, bro.
Everyone, bro. He's like, bro, I'm pretty sure he was working at the time. No.
He's alright.
Yeah, in in the young years in high school and stuff, we used to just infrared and Bluetooth and that. Yeah. Yeah, or like Sydney searches and shit, and be like, and then someone comes to school and be like, oh fuck, I saw fucking Enter at Redfern Stage and I saw Scammer, and it'd be crazy. And someone would have like a fucking photograph and it'd be like a 3 megapixels, and you'd see like 1 pixel is like the head and like 3 pixels is the body, and you're like, no, you're a fucking liar.
What's that red thing called? Not Bluetooth or what?
Infrared.
Infrared,
and that's how a lot of songs were getting around back then.
So that's all this shit, and like we'd hold the phone up to
fucking infrared back in the day,
Swear.
mate. Straight up.
And we'd hold the
So
phone
you're
to
just
our
ripping me
ears,
off
bro.
for years. I didn't even know.
And it'd be the worst speakers, and we'd listen to it and be like,
You listen to a
Pretty
fucking...
crazy, eh?
It was like a fucking Samsung flip phone, and it'd sound like a
Yeah.
fucking Mario Party, literally like track.
a lot of
It's
artists
crazy.
that were like big then, like the numbers on YouTube and that stuff don't do justice to them.
Dude,
Not at
absolutely
all.
what they
because
stopped doing.
because every single person in every high school in like the inner west or like where I lived
Yeah.
had
We'd
those songs on
compensate.
their
Yeah,
phone.
yeah, that's right.
And like, bro, they don't get counted as views or
Nah.
whatever.
Sydney
You know what I
searches
mean?
were
Like,
definitely like the pulling numbers back in.
yeah, bro,
early
it was ridiculous.
2000s.
Like everyone had that on their phone. So like that was kind of like my
That was
first
shit,
glance
some
into
fucking
like.
oath, bruh.
Yeah, fucking oath, and like, you know, Green Line Rockin' and that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that shit was like
so good down
crazy.
in Hursty and shit. Fuck, that
Yeah.
was like the biggest limelight shit.
You'd be on the city rail train, you hear some cunt pumping it on their phone or something.
Yeah, straight.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. It was just infrared everybody, and just bang to your ear. Sometimes people wouldn't even have the actual track. They'd record it off their
Off
computer,
someone else's phone,
record
yeah,
it
yeah.
using their voice memo on their little fucking Nokia, and record
It
it,
comes
and then
around the
infrared, and
station
you'd listen
and
to it,
forward.
and you'd be like, "This is good shit."
Times are tough, eh?
Yeah.
Canal. Technology, thank God for technology.
Yeah, technology.
Technology,
So did you guys start doing shows before, or did you get an official release together before you did your shows?
We did a lot of releases that aren't online anymore.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, like people think like, oh, Triple One, it's like 3-4 years, but it's like when I think about it, I've been making music for 10 years. You know,
Yeah.
I'm 25 years old now.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
You know,
doing
so-
shit. She's sort of 15.
Yeah, you don't want everything out there, especially from the
Yeah,
start.
but yeah, a lot of the start stuff we took offline. But yeah, our first gig was at the Valve Bar.
Yeah, that was mad. And
Yeah.
a lot of like friends through and shit. It was fucked up.
It's just all your mates came down, run amok.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
And then
magically Schemo appeared as well.
Yeah.
sitting on back speakers, bro.
He was sitting across the back speakers,
And
just
he'd
like-
already met yous before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah,
I was there as
Yeah,
well.
it's just-
Let's
he's-
go on, like for the first 3 bills we played, we went from playing one show to we had 3 like headline shows, but we were kind of just from that day trying to put on for just kind of everyone. And for the next 3 shows we had at Oxford Arts Factory side room, we had Sky, we had Schemo,
Yeah.
and we had like a lot of people in the scene back then. I can't even fucking remember the names, but they were like peers that were doing shit
Yeah.
around at that point.
So
And
you've had a pretty good run into the scene. Like you came out with a fresh sound, something new. And
we just felt blessed, man. We were
No,
like
it
never
wasn't
really,
like it wasn't easy for us, but like
oh, we got fucked
with
in
our
Australia.
sound and shit,
Yeah,
people like, oh, you're gay and shit. Like just because your sound's different, like
That was
people
just
just like
toy.
this is toy and shit. Like because like we always wanted to do like so when we make a song, right? If it sounds remotely like anything, we scrap it.
Floor
Yeah.
If it sounds remotely like any single thing,
Yeah.
it's like fuck this shit, like scrap it,
Yeah.
because we're so about just making our own sound. Because like we just want to monopolize on our own sound. We don't want to compete with anybody. We want to pay our own parts. That's what we've always been trying to do.
You guys definitely do have your own sound. You know, I was driving around today, listening to your catalog and stuff, and
Yeah.
like what you're putting out there from the beats, the hooks, the whole structure of the songs. You do have your own sound.
Man,
you know what I mean?
appreciate
So
it,
that's very important for artists. Why you want to be second best to
Exactly.
anything else?
Exactly.
Where did the name 111 originate?
It's like a
It's
yeah,
a
bit of-
mantra.
It's like it's like numerology and that. Like I used to like when I was like young, like 18, I'd just see the number everywhere, and like when I go through like hard times, I'd see the number, and like it kind of. I don't know. I just used to see it everywhere, like more than it could be like a coincidence.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, like I'd see it in newspapers, or sitting on trains, and then I'd walk off the train, then I'd see the first building, I'd see that. I don't know. It might sound dumb to some, but it was like something that really like carried me for a long time.
Even when like my dad was like doing that shit, I remember like we were just kind of making music, and mum was like, 111 keep saying this shit to me, and I'm the biggest fucking skeptic in the world, and he obviously planted the idea in my fucking head. But I kept saying it, sorry. But I kept saying it, and I was like, this is absolutely fucked.
So you kept saying it too.
Yeah.
Once he'd mentioned it
And
to
then,
you.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like it's at the end of the day, I think it's either Indonesian or
I don't think it's like
it is. There's like a thing of
I don't know, but anyway,
meaning-
I got this is my first tat on my back when I was like 18.
Yeah.
Got that done, and then like a year later, we were like, what should we call ourselves?
111.
And then we're like, it was like, oh, that's obvious.
But there's a meaning behind it in like either Indonesian culture or
A lot of cultures, it's like just
Yeah,
a lucky
it's a
number.
lucky number.
It
it means moving forward and always like achieving.
It's like an
ultimate goal.
archetype for like
Yeah,
you know
archetype.
your journey on life, and like you know,
It's like
you know,
it's like a fate or
believing in-
destiny, but like not within fate or destiny.
Yeah,
It's like do it
sometimes
yourself,
believing in
but
things
also
makes life a lot easier than what it is.
Gotchas. So fucking, what was your first official release?
Official release.
holy fuck.
I'll say officially. I'll say if our first
Incense.
official release. No, was a doozy tape, and we had like, Incense. No, before that, Incense.
Definitely.
Yeah, Incense was our first official. Still on our YouTube.
Incense was the first time we actually took like music seriously. Really, we had 3 members previously, which was like me, Martin, and Bill.
Yeah.
And we're just making beats and like making music, and then Dom just came to the picture
Yeah.
randomly, and we still weren't even triple one at that point. And Dom came in. We got so pissed with him one time. He vomited inside a pub, and we're like, "This guy's alright." So we invited him out the next week, and
Made the cut?
Yeah, made the cut. And we're ripping fucking hongers at outside like light cut oval.
Did you say Hummer?
Hongers?
What's a
Just
honger?
bongs.
Oh.
So I had a fat session like 8 of my mates outside light cut oval, a couple like streets back next to a fucking PCYC.
Yeah.
And the second time I seen Dom, which once he's vomited like inside a pub, he's like 8 of my mates just like smoking Max Bills, getting fucked up. Yeah, we get this guy fucking stoned, like, we don't really know this guy's just heaps funny, let's get him heaps fucking ripped. He starts greening it.
So you're just trying to kill him, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah, everyone's got a friend like that.
I'm trying to do that to Connor tonight, but he won't allow it.
Bro, he's been greening it for like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, and then the cops pull up and start like raiding, and we've all hit the legs. I remember being like the only cunt to take care of this Dom dude. I have no idea what he's doing. He's got Doc Martin low cuts on. He's wearing like skinny jeans and shit. Like, this guy's fucking cooking it. He's running away from the cops, just vomiting all over himself. And we finally make it out of this park, bro, and just meet up with him. And then we're like, "You're an alright cunt." He's like, "I think so." And we're like, "Yeah." And then took him for a few studio sessions, and
That was the initiation.
He's got a very good voice because
he's got a good voice and a good soul.
He
The
grew up
guy's a mad
singing
cunt.
in like the church.
Yeah.
His whole family has beautiful voices,
And he's just corrupted him.
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
He goes
he
harder than
corrupted
like most
himself.
guys.
He corrupted himself.
He's a sick fuck.
Yeah.
So, who is Triple One's fan base? How would you describe your fan base?
You rock up to one of our shows, you see like goths, you see emos,
You see
then you see like lads, then you see punks,
skaters,
you see skaters, you see people
You see
in suits.
Alco, you see Uggy,
You see people in suits as well. They just finished work. They just knocked off. They're like, "Oh yeah," you know. It's like not like It's you know.
I feel like we're inclusive, bro. I don't give a fuck where you're from or like
Yeah,
what you do, bro. I'm just happy to like enjoy.
Yeah,
some
you
shit
can't
that I
really. It's
believe
not
in
really a
with you.
demographic.
Culturally
Like
wise,
I feel
fuck that
I'm
shit.
just as confused seeing our fan base because it's like
You never know who's going to.
yeah, it's just like what the fuck, like these people,
Yeah.
you know, because like. Especially the more like gothy type people, like that's not something that like I represent, but then some other members of the band might represent that.
Yeah.
So then it's because, you know, like if you look at my playlist on my phone compared to Connor's playlist, they won't align. Like Connor's got all these fucking, you know,
Emo
weird
bullshit.
fucking like rock and
Like
shit,
rock and stuff.
and then like I got like all this like, you know, real lyrical hip hop, and then, you know, Dom might have electronic fucking shit because he loves raving and that, and then
Bill's just listening.
Bill's listening to everything, and then so it's like, you know, so then when we make music together, it's like I might pull a percentage, Connor might pull a percentage, Bill's gonna pull a percentage,
I reckon
Dom's
it's
gonna
just
pull a
fucking
percentage.
like bullshit, eh? Like,
So it's weird, and everyone gets in everyone just gets in the dance floor and just links arms, and everyone's happy together.
well, that just answered my next question. What part does each member play? So you all bring something unique to the table.
Exactly right.
As long as like, I feel like there's like a difference between a person who like, say, dresses like a culture and like knows a culture and understands the base element of not being just like fucking normal. You know what I mean? Like everyone like here like definitely has like an idea of a culture, or like, you know who you are. And like I feel like we bring
But sometimes you don't know who you are.
I don't know who the fuck I am. Like I dress up like who I am, and I feel like I meet like so many different people like on my way. And the more I meet people from different fucking walks of life, the more I just don't know the fuck about myself.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
The more you learn, the more you know you don't know anything.
Yeah,
right?
but it's like in franchising, like this group of people that have different styles and different fucking trends. But like everyone at the end of the day like gets off on fucking like counterculture music and like counterculture. And like every single person I meet from all fucking walks of life, whether you're punk, whether you're emo, whether you're fucking lad, whether you're like an urcha, whether you're about it, whether you're fucking straight, like all these sort of things.
We attract a lot of gamers in that, like, you know, real like
majority cunts literally like getting free of like fucking Australian law. They like fucking dancing and partying, and they fucking enjoy drugs. And they enjoy shit. Literally coming together with the community that they're fucking in with. And I feel like if we bring that whole community to our sorts of like shows and shit, everyone's there for the same fucking reason. That's why there's no fucking fights.
They're just there to have fun.
Bro, it's like you can look at a person and they might look different, but I guarantee you at the core of their fucking shit, they're exactly the same as what they're fucking on at any point in time.
What you say, like everyone comes together and they want to have fun. I've seen your shows and they get rowdy as fuck, and you say you have little trouble, but like
you lift them up.
You always do, man.
Do you ever hurt yourself? Like, because I see you cunts jumping left, right.
Oh yeah.
Like, what's, you know what I mean? Fuck, you cunts get ripped apart and the fucking these are all over the fucking crowd.
It's good for you.
Like, jump in the mosh, bro, and just fucking learn to not be a fucking cunt on stage the whole time. Bro.
What's the worst experience you've had jumping in the crowd?
Oh, I jumped in once. And I got back, and no one caught me, and just I landed on my neck, bang, crash, and like I kind of like blacked out for a bit, and then I got back on stage and kept performing. Yeah. But like for that moment, I thought I broke my neck, but
you get workers' comp at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully.
You never have a bad fucking. You have bad times on stage, I reckon, because you jump out there and you don't get accepted, or
you can sort of read it now. Like, you're the sort of experts on it. I say you guys just jumping out, like, you know what I mean?
You got to tell them. You like point there. And
yeah.
Well, you guys were,
and then you jump on them, and if they don't catch you, it's their fault.
Whoever seen Schemo stage dive at Schemo hadn't had much preparation. Like, these guys could read the crowd. All right, we're going, and he went, and unfortunately,
no, he didn't even make it to the crowd. He got up to his waist, and he just coat hanged over the barrier.
We might be able to edit this footage in there and show you it.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Yes, but you also have a decent overseas fan base. You could tell us about that. Like, you just toured the UK. Yeah. What was that like?
So funny story about 111 is we came up on the internet. We had very little support in Australia for a very long time, but
this
YouTube platform called Astari, it was very underground, very like, I don't know, it's very...
It's strange because
It's like so. Lil Peep was getting released on him. Young Len was getting released on him. Bones, XXXTentacion.
Was it exclusive to a certain country?
It was exclusive to a certain style
demographic. Yeah.
Everyone that's like massive in like proper alternative.
Very alternative. Very very like sad boy vibe.
Yeah, just like kind of cutting edge music, like different to the mainstream, like sort of.
Yeah, it was just real weird. Like personally, I don't think we fit in, but this guy actually through our friend
Tracy fucking heaps of cunts.
Through our friend Tag Shy, who was getting released on that platform at the time. He showed our music. Yeah, he showed our music to Damon, who runs Astari, and then next thing you know, we took down Doozy off our channel, and he put Doozy on his channel. Yeah, and then next thing you know, just bang, just all these people that listening, but we had no contact with those people because they're overseas. They're in UK.
Which we should have contacted at the time, but you feel at that point in time, everyone's so disparate as an artist, but everyone would have been collaborating, and we felt like so far away from everyone, we didn't reach out to fucking anyone.
Yeah, it wasn't really real to us because we couldn't touch it.
Yeah, you can't see it. It's just
it was just numbers. It was like, oh, what does it mean? Nothing, So that was how we came up. So as far as overseas presence, finally, just this year we got to tour the UK and Europe and stuff, and we finally we sold out a couple shows, one in London and one in Hamburg, and that was really cool to see like people singing your lyrics word for word, just how you imagine like
just a different
3 or 4 years ago, but now it's like you get to see it.
In Hamburg, we went to it was an SS building. It was an old Nazi SS building that we played in. And
the walls were about 3 meters thick.
It was right next to the train station, which would have been the in and outs, and it would have been built at like the very end of the war. It was completely unfucking, what is it? I don't know, but it was completely pure like concrete up to the top to the thing, and there was no windows in it.
Yeah.
And we're walking in this room, bro, and there's libraries and there's art and there's like every single floor of that building.
No, it was like an 80-story nightclub.
Yeah, it's like an 80-story nightclub, and one had
and then the staircase is like this. Every level was like a different.
You could walk up the stair thing for like 10 hours, and like the green room was just this fucking closed off room with blacked out bullshit, bro. Just give you.
I felt like I was going to sit on a syringe like every.
That would have been the media hub for for that whole of Hamburg because it was just like libraries and learning facilities, and it's
nuts.
like, how can you take such a negative fucking point of your like career or like point of your fucking history and then turn it into something?
Also,
Everyone
secure
looks like
place,
Yeah. And
Everyone
just,
looks like
play
Connor in
fucking mad.
Hamburg. Everyone's just like white with long hair. Like,
Did you lose him in the crowd a lot?
yeah, I was like, fuck, where's Connor? That's not Connor. No.
So we'll get into some questions from the fans. First question is from Ian Griffiths. He said, "Would you do a song with Top Dog?"
I personally absolutely would.
Yeah.
There you
Ian
go.
Griffiths,
Lock it in.
Top
Ian.
Dog Entertainment, Ian, hit me the fuck up.
Yeah.
I would track
Get him
out
on,
with
on
you.
an intro or something like that. Like,
No, I would do a whole track with Ian
I'll
Griffiths.
tell you.
get him on the
no
hook,
one-
sing something like that.
No one parties like Ian. I'm
Yeah?
telling you, yeah, we got to get him out.
I don't know about that.
I bring the beat.
Have you seen our
Give it
week
time.
party? I don't know if
Top
he
Dog
could
Entertainment
party
is
like
I'll
that.
tell you what, Ian's a bit of a party animal. Brody Brody Hazel said, "What would be the favourite song you've made?"
That'd be different for everybody. I'd let Connor go first. Just put him under the pump.
Planet 6.
Planet
Planet
6.
6 was like last Libertine release. That was just like a middle track, but I reckon it's like the best track we've ever made. Planet 6.
I'd say Autumn Collection. Like that's my favorite track.
Yeah, it's a
Autumn
fucking
Collection.
track, dude.
Yeah.
What's your favorite track?
I was listening to that Bad Boy one.
Yeah.
So what's the lyrics mean like? I don't know, fucking
I'm a bad
Pistol
boy.
Pete.
Pistol
Pistol
Pete when I drop my jeans. And my
Yeah.
finger feeling itchy on my
Press
press
the
the
G.
G.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Explain that line for us.
Yeah, go on. You dirty fucking fuck.
He's putting in
I was thinking about
Explain
Buffalo
that
Bill and then Pistol Pete's Pistol Pete, but I was just doing like not a reference, but maybe like a Buffalo Bill line. I said Pistol Pete when I drop my jeans, so I've dropped my pants.
thinking about to shoot something.
Oh, by
Yeah,
the way,
I'm at
this
the
song
shoot-
is
I'm at-
completely fictional, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I've never done this before.
No, we don't do these
And
things.
if your finger's feeling happy, it's a bit twitchy. And if you might press a G, it could be a G Sport and or a Gareth Taylor. You know what I mean? So I'm either pressing the
Or a video game.
the gravity button,
A
like
video
gravity,
game
gravity,
button.
gravity, or
Alright, so Corey Parkinson said, "What's the one rapper that inspired you to most to become a rapper?" It's a 3-part question, actually. That's the first
Well,
one.
you can go first.
You can go first
Okay,
this time, baby.
so Danny Brown. Danny
Danny
Brown, definitely.
Brown?
He's my
ODB.
guy.
And ODB.
mine.
No.
Mine's solo from Irish for sure.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they said if you could change one thing from your childhood, what would it be? Rocking up
fuck.
to the park that day?
Oh, one thing from my childhood. Probably probably like I was stressed when I was young, like always worried, but if I could go back I wouldn't be so worried, you know?
Yeah. So not worried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about life.
How about you?
Fucking hell! What do you mean? Like
One thing from your
One thing
childhood.
that you change. I talk like maybe your parents not getting divorced or something.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't want to answer this.
Is
No
it
comment,
too
fam.
deep? Alright.
Fuck that.
Alright.
Talk about your uncle.
And the third part of his question said, do you pump bongs, bro? If so, pump on with Forte.
Yes. Connor with the Forte.
Absolutely
Oh,
do
that's
not. Do not pump bongs.
Yeah,
but
Connor's the best at pumping.
Sure.
pump to bong on Saturday.
Connor reckons he can pump a
Oh
bigger
no!
bong
Do
than
not
Uncle
give me
Aiden.
give me some fucking.
No, I'll
reasonable-
match her. I'll have one with you.
Yeah, can you tell him
Yeah.
first? That's
I'll just
massive,
watch.
dude.
No,
Yeah.
Yes.
No, bro. I'll
Come on,
fuck
man.
out.
Don't come
No,
here.
yeah,
Don't be silly.
Go on, Connor.
Bro, I cannot smoke that bong,
You
bro.
definitely can do it.
Bro, can you
You can
smoke
do
that
it.
bong? I'll smoke
No,
something
you
else.
can
No,
smoke
I
it.
can smoke one.
No,
I swear to God, no, I smoke
Stop
one.
it, bro. Just smoke it.
No,
Hundred thing.
40.
Yeah.
Bro,
Light it for him
please
now
smoke
before
that.
he
If I smoke this, you'll smoke the
I'll
next time.
smoke one 100%,
Alright,
but
this
I
is-
cannot smoke a bong that size.
No, but you got to smoke the same size bong.
Bro, I will honestly.
No, you have to
Come
just
on.
give this to
Just
us.
I haven't,
Come on.
no,
Don't even think-
I haven't smoked bongs.
Connor, no. Connor,
I'll smoke a smaller
very-
bong.
bro,
Trust me.
don't think this feels-
Very headstrong at the moment.
Trust me.
Get your light out. Just
Trust
light
me.
it.
No.
I'll smoke this one and you smoke the next one.
I smoked a bong last
Come on.
Saturday, just like one little like punch cone, and I was like,
What do you reckon,
alright.
everyone? Should he do it?
I haven't
Yes.
smoked bongs in years before that.
Come on.
I will smoke a bong, but I just want to smoke a fucking ompa.
Yes.
Bro, if I smoked that, I'd have a breakdown. Just one pinch. Trust. Yeah, it's straight. That's massive.
It's not. It's hard.
No! I can't do this, bro.
Just stop when you get.
I'll have a fucking episode.
Hey, you gotta put your finger on the front. No, don't.
Bro, I can't smoke that much chop. I honestly
trust
can't.
me, it's sweet.
Connor, bro.
You're overreacting.
No, I'm not, bro. I'll full have like a psychotic episode. Like, give me a second.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, no one wants to say that.
Wants to say.
Everyone wants to see it, but no one wants to see it. If it actually happens, it's not fun for anyone.
What's in there?
I'll take care of you.
See. There's nothing in there. Yeah, exactly. All right,
I'm full amber. I'm fucking crazy.
Shotty on the front, right there.
Trust for. Wait, isn't it a fort bomb?
That's a full bomb. It's on the other side.
Oh, it shows. Where's the camera?
Product placement.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is the second time I smoked a bong in the past 2 years. I smoked one last Saturday.
So you got a lighter?
It was good fun. Absolutely, man. Let's go to the chamber.
This one will be even more fun.
This will be fucked. What kind of weed is this?
Just light weed.
I smoked Chill's weed maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And that shit was mad.
No, this stuff is like, it's really light.
We're at this party and he passed around this joint. He passed around this joint and 3 people who had 2 puffs of that joint had to go home.
Yeah, no. Me and Chill smoked bongs in a Friday freestyle and we had to take it down because it was fucking off the chain cooked.
Yeah.
Alright.
Fuck the police.
Alright, while you smoke that, I'm going to hit you with a question. Alex Costa said, is Obi gonna come to the gig at Parkwood Tavern?
Why did you drink water? Where's the water from?
Are you gonna come to the gig at Parkwood Tavern and drink Ricardine out of his belly button?
You gonna drink Ricardine out of his belly button? Come on.
I think we're back to asking you better some questions.
No. I could fully green it right now, bro.
The answer's no.
What's his name?
Alex Scosta.
Ricardine.
He wants to know if you come to Parkwood Tab on this Saturday and drink Ricardine out of his belly button.
Tell him to come to Ashfield and grow the fuck up.
Mikey Burford said, best up and coming artists or artists that you like that don't give the love they deserve.
Jeez.
Heaps. Johnny Hunter.
You get the love you deserve. Be quiet.
Matthew Daniels said, 111, if you were not to be a rapper, would you have gone to university? And if you did, what would you have studied?
I went to
university.
What did you study?
I studied animation. That's why videos are so good.
And if you could go on to uni?
I studied life, bro, and that's why my life.
No, he said Connor would study philosophy.
No, I'd probably study, I'm so grilled, hold up. I'd probably study, I went to university. Fuck, I probably wouldn't study anything.
if Connor went to uni...
I went to university, I'd study some sort of language or thinking.
Yeah,
Did you ever smoke weed at school?
I smoked way too many bongs at school, so I can't
smoke weed. Did you smoke weed at school?
Bro, from years. I can't.
It's alright, you're out there now.
Alright, yeah, from
they won't get you now.
From
you can't get suspended.
Yeah, from I reckon from year 8.
Yeah.
Year 8. Year 8, yeah.
I was rocking up solid year 8, really.
Year 8, yeah. I'd sneak out with my mate Tom, G-Bus, and we just romp in the bar every day.
I like to put it out there,
I was pretty fried as a child. I was a fried child.
It's not a good idea to take drugs in general. I'm just going to put it out there. At any age, whether you're 12 or 32, it's just not a good idea. That's just a disclaimer we like to chuck out there. Tyrone Bullpit said, what's the most fucked up experience you've had?
In what sense?
Just off the top of the head.
Right now.
Do you want another bomb?
Absolutely never.
Absolutely never.
No, absolutely never.
I feel rude having one then.
I don't know. When you feel like you're gonna die, that's pretty fucked up.
That's not good.
Yeah. When you think someone's gonna get you, or when you think someone's gonna get you, or you're gonna have a heart attack. That's pretty scary. So I'll probably put those 2 up there.
Do you need a bomb, Marty?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm getting high off contact looking at this guy.
I am so fucking grilled.
Julie Thompson said, question for Marty, what's the inspiration behind the long neck tattoo?
The long neck tattoo? I've always...
What's so funny?
I'm from the most good I've been in my life.
I don't know. I just
Are you in
always,
another world?
Yeah, I'm good.
I just always
Good.
wanted to do things that I thought are iconic. You know,
Yeah.
things that make us strong,
Yeah.
strong statement. So like that was like that was part of it. That was just one of the things.
That was it, the long neck.
The long neck. Yeah.
Lost those Sopranos said, is there a group called Double Two? And if so, would you fight them?
We'd fight every cunt.
Double Two?
Yeah, double two.
It sounds like Double Dragon.
Yeah. A fair fight, but nothing
No
fancy.
poking.
David Christensen said, when is Marty going to make his big return to Nara?
Oh, that's yes. My cousin Nookie lives in Nara, but
You're in demand up there.
yeah, I'm in demand in Nara. Probably return back that way in 2 weeks to pick up my moonshine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rupert Goldstein said, 2-part question. First, what's your favourite Schemo quote?
Suck it from the Ack Bay, lick my chalky dot.
That's 2, but we'll take them both.
Yeah.
He's got so many.
Yeah.
You could have 2.
Schemo Styles.
Version Rags, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. Polo King of Oz.
Fucking hell, he's
Just
got,
do
he's
him.
got too
Do
many.
the cunt.
Do the cunt.
Yeah.
Do the fucking cunt. That's his normal. And what's the shittest venue in Newtown?
The shittest.
The shittest.
I don't want beef with anybody in Newtown. They're
Maybe.
crazy.
Like, can you say what end of the street it is?
They'll fucking be writing articles about you forever if you beef with anyone from there. They'll ruin your life.
Jared Chirp Cop said, was Obi in a metal band or something before he started rapping?
No.
No.
If so, what were his influences and favourite bands? So that's
I wasn't
can
in a
answer
metal
that.
band,
and you're not. Yeah.
but I'm never in a metal
What
band.
are your favourite influences from that world?
He wants another game.
No way, dude.
You need a Ryan
I need
Harris.
to go to bed, cunt.
Ryan Harris says, where and when are your upcoming shows?
So our next group of shows is the Listen Out tour. So that's Oswide, playing Sydney, Melbourne, WA, and
Everywhere.
Brisbane. Yeah. So just those, playing the festival circuit.
Listen out.
That's a bit fun. Yeah.
Stop this or not.
No, it's fine. Just sit
We're
back where
almost
you're
finished.
fine.
Corey Williams said, what's the most crazy thing you've seen while doing a set?
What?
What's the most crazy thing you've seen while doing a set?
I've seen Connor.
Yeah, can you pause it, bro?
I've seen Connor like rapping.
Cut
That's
that
pretty
shit. Cut
crazy.
it. Oh, stop.
No, it's you're fine, bro.
He's sweet.
Can you just stop, dude?
Okay.
I didn't want that. Just lie out, bro. That is.
Should we just continue it?
Yeah, just continue it. So yeah, I was trying to be a good boy. So like I went home at around 11:30, got into bed at about 12. Because it was a Wednesday night. That's what you do on a Wednesday night. You go to bed at 12. So I went to bed at 12. And then I get a phone call, and it's from Kev's number, and answer the phone, and it's like, "What are you doing, you pussy?" And I was like, "Who's this?" Because it wasn't Kev.
Yeah.
And it was like, "It's JM.
Yeah.
Where are ya?" And it's like, "I thought you wanted to party. I heard Triple One boys go hard in that. I heard Triple One boys go hard." And then he's like. And then he was just, and then I was like, "No, I'm in bed, bro. I got shit to do tomorrow. I'm sorry, I couldn't come out." He's like, "All right, no worries." And then he's like, "You're a bit of a pussy," eh? And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." Anyway, I rolled around in bed for about 15 minutes and then called back, and I was like, "Where's the address?" And rocked up, and then made history that night.
So what happened when you got there?
You don't want to know, but
I heard rumours. Tell us.
you don't want to know. But
Fill in
Spenny
the story.
reckons he's the Bender King, but I don't know. Like I don't know.
I heard you boys had a bit of a drink up.
Yeah, we had a bit of a drink up.
Who won between the 1-4 boys and the 1-1 boys in the drink up? You reckon?
Bro, it wasn't even a competition. We didn't even push ourselves, but I know who would have won if we went hard. Like, let's be honest, Connor. No, but like it's fine, they're young boys and but when it comes to like this part of the realm of life, like we do go pretty hard. So I don't want to put myself in trouble. I don't want to injure myself, but I'm just saying I reckon we would have done them out.
Alright, so who do you reckon will win in a smoking competition?
Between who?
And I'll just take that title there. That was a trick question.
Yes.
All right. Let's get back to the questions from the fans. Jared Miles says, "What Australian hip hop music were you brought up on?"
Okay, so Connor Obi, he was brought up on like everything, he studied everything, you know, under the sun, you know. But as far as my first introduction to Oz hip hop was, you know, my first intro was to, you know, Sydney Searchers was the first Australian group I heard in you know, in my younger years of high school. So that was my intro. So Sydney Searchers, that's it. Yeah. Is he alright?
Yes.
Okay.
So Obi's just taking a break. He's just having a breather.
He's
so you
not
can
well.
answer his questions for him.
Yeah, he's not well at the moment. After the peace pipe, he's not very well. The Forte peace pipe.
He's resting in peace.
Yeah.
Mr. Lincoln Playle said, "Do you guys sometimes just pop a Zanny and chill?"
No, never got into it, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know.
Kev from Maroubra said, "Favourite porn star from Perth?"
Kev from Maroubra?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Does it?
Yeah. Favourite porn star from Perth?
Yeah.
Fuck, I only know a couple. I'd have to say,
Is that...
I think her name's
Chunky.
Oh, actually, Jake Shire. I'm not. You know, I'm not swinging the other way or batting for the other team. But Jake Shire's a legend, so he's my favourite cunt from Perth.
Adrian Gibbs said, "Do you think Tupac is the greatest rapper of all time?"
I think he played a huge role, but like me personally, like greatest, I don't think anybody's the greatest because there's so many aspects to hip hop. You can't judge someone off one thing or another. Like, you know, like anyone can be the greatest if you were in their realm of thought of judging them off.
Great's a broad term.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like someone you might be the greatest rapper to someone in their tunnel vision, and Tupac might be the greatest rapper to someone in their tunnel vision. Yeah. There's no such thing as the greatest rapper.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one. I wouldn't say yes or no. That's a difficult question. I don't want to deal with the what? I don't know.
Ollie Morris said, "Who'd win, Obi versus Marty, bare knuckle?"
Bare knuckle, Marty for sure. You see the state of him. He's got a weak mind state. He can't handle it. No, but to be honest, but like bare knuckle, like depends who had more heart at the time. Like depends my mood.
Depends
like
how much
if I did something dirty to him, he'd like, you know, he'd cut off both his arms and he'd still get out. Yeah. But like, you know, in most circumstances, just pure style and finesse, like I'd win. But he's got more heart, I reckon. I'm a bit of a softie.
Nathan Talakai said, "What's your wildest tour memory?"
Nathan Talakai?
Yeah.
Okay. Wildest tour memory? I've had a lot. Let me think. Oh, there was a point in Brisbane where we got roofied, and it took me about 3 hours to walk about 500 meters, and that was very wild. That was very scary. I thought I was going to die, but I made it. That was pretty wild. Daniel
Klein said, "Which one of you cunts can sink a beer the fastest?"
Obi, 100. There's several video evidence of Obi sculling liquor, sculling wine, sculling beer. He can sink anything the quickest. Something's wrong with him. He's got a liver defect where he can just sink alcohol. It doesn't do any effect to him. There's something about that Irish blood in him. I don't know.
I got a few questions to wrap this up with. What's your favourite spot in the area to eat?
The area here or my area?
Your area. Wherever that is. Currently or previously.
Oh no, the Shanghai Night in Ashfield where Connor lives. That's a great restaurant. My mum's from Shanghai, so like she always takes me there when we go get dumplings, go get a good feed there. That's a great restaurant, Shanghai Night.
Another question. Ever been arrested? What for?
Never been arrested for nothing.
Next question. Drug of choice.
Drug of choice? Yeah. I don't do drugs. Not me. I don't know anything. Alcohol?
Wait, that's included.
I don't know. Coffee. I'd say coffee. Yeah, that's the one. Coffee. Yeah.
What's your worst coffee experience?
What's my worst coffee experience? Fuck. I drank 3 coffees once and I blacked out. Blacked out running muck on the city and just like woke up, blood in my hands. I didn't know what I'd done, but that was my worst coffee experience. Yeah.
Favorite Aussie icon.
Schemo.
Last question. What's your greatest achievement to date?
My greatest achievement. Hasn't happened yet, but I don't know. Let me think.
I've got all the time in the world.
Okay. Greatest achievement. I don't know. You have like breakthrough points, like where you like mind resets and like you learn something new, and like that's not really an achievement. But when you like kind of reset your mind and you know, developing character is the greatest achievement, I think. And when you kind of have a breakthrough and you kind of grow and become less fearful of certain things, and you know, you move forward, those are great achievements. They're not definable by like certain moments in time, you know.
Yeah,
they're slow things. So those
up.
Yeah, leveling up. That's the greatest achievement. Just leveling up mentally. Just you know, fighting your demons and just overcoming certain obstacles in your life, and you get through them. Those are the most proud moments. But they're not like a definable point in time, or you know, it's not to do with a show or a song or nothing like that. It's just continuous. It's a continuous thing, and it's just like you break through it and become a better person. And building your character is the most important thing. People are so caught up on trying to be on the quest for power and being powerful and being staunch and being over the top of someone. But the greatest achievement, I reckon, is in building your character and developing who you are and being able to be kind to the people around you. I think that's the greatest achievement.
1,000,000%.
1,000,000%.
Oh shit. Well, fucking thanks for coming on the show.
I can't afford that.
Bro, do you reckon?
Love you.
I love you too. You reckon Obi's alright? Is he alright?
We gotta take him. I might have to take him to the hospital.
We should check on him. So thanks for tuning in. It's a Fortnightly report. Another night.
Till next time.